in a second, Vor. Welcome back to Level Up TV at levelupyourgame.net with me, Disrepute, and Vor for Map 2.
Vor 4, great.
With Vor for Map 2 of Spain versus Hungary ClanBase Nations Cup Group A match. 1-0 to Spain at the moment, taking that first map on dreadful place. We're now on to Hidden Fortress. It is Hungary's home map pick. Let's have a look at the teams quickly. Shackle, Pony, Krus and Bebek for Spain. For Hungary, we've got Killkiss, Feeder, Dash and Smoggy. What do you think we're going to see on this map then, Vor, from the two lineups?
I think if they can get Spain can get Pony fairly secure in the lightning gun yellow room, then I think he's more than good enough to try and take over this game for Spain. I mean, he had a great performance on the first map, really strong aim, great damage output, and I think if Spain want to get anything from this map, he'll be their key player. Hungary, I think, they're going to need more of a team performance than what we saw on the previous map, where, unfortunately, Killkiss, his damage output on the previous map, it just wasn't high enough, and on this map, there's no chance of getting away with one player doing noticeably less damage than the rest of his teammates.
Yeah, definitely one of the most important maps to have a high damage output.
Yeah, I mean, you need to be putting out damage all the time on this map, otherwise it's kind of like your team's going to be playing with a man down if the other team takes advantage of you. Of course, you can attempt to slow the pace down on this map, maybe by putting your whole team in lightning gun yellow, but I generally don't think it's a great idea, so we're probably going to see a high-paced game, all about damage.
Let's have a look then, switch round, and Shackle off the spawn, gets that red armour, makes his way towards the shotgun, and that's, oh! Wow. It wasn't quick enough on the pummel switch, but actually his teammates saved him there, but look, he's lost his entire red, he's only down to 12 health, might want to just give his weapon to someone else, but I guess if they've already got a weapon, no need to. Careful of the grenades. Good counter. Might want to make their way towards quad now.
Well, do you have a time by any chance, Disc?
I do have a time, 30 seconds time though, so it's going to be 56,
a
pretty late quad.
This could catch a team out if they try and set up too early.
Yeah, Shackle's waited for the second yellow, and LG, so he's done the perfect thing for a late quad. Yeah. And he's confiscated that rail, so they're actually looking pretty good.
Early Spain, so they're going to have to suffer a few waves of attacks, possibly from Hungary.
There we go, Hungary moving in. Feeder doing an excellent job rushing in with that gauntlet. Look at the frags, they're getting those. Spain, and Shackle's going to go down here, going to switch around, see if we can get someone close. Pony just rocket jumping up and takes out Dash. Well, we saw both sides of that then. We saw Pony's rocket jumping up with his, I think he had a mega health and the yellow armour. And then we saw from Dash's point of view as the rocket came hurtling towards his eyes. Quad eliminated. But as you pointed out, Vor, I mean, an early setup with the waves of attacks just running them down, just the attrition.
Yeah, they just needed that quad to be 5 or 10 seconds earlier than it was, and they'd have been in a good position for it, Spain.
I mean,
and, typically you could expect it 5 or 10 seconds before what it was, on average.
Yeah. But they basically did as well as they could have. They just needed to effectively hit all your shots to make sure you get it, I guess.
Yeah. You need to get some, well, I don't know if I'd call it luck, but you need some degree of luck on, taking people out as they attack without taking any damage yourself.
It's kind of,
but because it's a very tight area, it's hard to avoid damage, of course, at quad.
Yeah, let's just remind everybody that the teams don't know the time that the first power-up will spawn at. They don't have this timer on their overlay. They can't see it, so it's between the first 30 seconds and the end of the minute, and they just have to basically get there for 30 seconds to make sure it's secure, but they could be waiting another 30 seconds in that time, and Quake's a fast game.
A lot happens in 30 seconds. Every weapon will spawn, armors have all spawned. It's a long time to wait around in one part of the map, so of course teams don't. Usually.
Following Killkiss 25 seconds before the next power-up. There hasn't been too much action really on our screens particularly, but Spain's still in the lead. They're great railings.
This is what they need from him. On the first map I said his damage wasn't enough, but rails like that will certainly help his team.
Bebek doing a load of damage before getting fragged. He did drop an LG, but Hungary are nowhere near it to utilise it. In fact, there is a Spanish player inside this quad area, though. Gets caught out by Killkiss. That's a brilliantly timed rush, though, by Spain. And now with 60 armour, Cross can move out. Teammates should... Oh, great counter!
Unbelievable.
That was
Great
a
pummels.
brilliant usage of the gauntlet there. Just punching him in the face as he ran around the corner. And he's going to be feeling pretty embarrassed after that, getting caught out like that, but that was just a great counter.
Yeah, it was.
Really good, and that was Feeder, wasn't it?
There was Feeder, yeah. I don't think he picked the kill up, but he pretty much created that kill on his own for his teammates.
Because that quad was looking pretty decent armor-wise, just needed a bit of health and he would have
Yeah, if he'd have had some health, you could have been looking at a 5 or 6 frag run.
He had a lightning gun, I mean...
Yeah.
So, as we've seen, Spain do control this yellow at the moment. Two of them moved down to attack that mega health and just kind of ignored Dash. That was a kind of bizarre incident.
There was a teammate up there, though.
Well, he did just pick up the lightning gun, so I guess he was a fresh spawner just moving in, though. So, there you go. They did lose out, though. I don't know, that was a bit of a strange choice to just drop down and...
Yeah, I don't think there was any threat down there either. It was just two players. Maybe they both thought they were going to be the ones to pick that mega up, but mistakes like that cost you positions on any map.
They knew Dash was railing at them as well. As soon as you drop down there, you're just open to rails, so I just find it a very...
Yeah, having said that, they have, in the meantime, won it back. I don't know if they had to actually get any kills to win it back, but... I don't know, they seem to be getting control of that yellow armor room fairly easily. They're not under seemingly that much pressure there. Which is a dangerous ploy from any team to allow you free reign over that room.
Did you see this yesterday in the match when one team wasn't putting enough pressure on the yellow room, it was all too easy, but as soon as they did, they brought the score back.
Yeah, I mean, no pressure on the lightning gun yellow room, it just invites a stacked player with lightning gun to push out and dominate you.
3 seconds before the quad, and it looks like Hungary are going to be in prime position for it. Grenade damage! Oh my god! Almost hits it. Good counter shotgun on Pony there. And straight off the spawn as well. Pretty unfortunate spawn for him, but good alert ready play by Feeder. He's not going to go up the staircase, is he? Although
staircase of death.
Well,
it before.
If that lightning gunner had sat back a little bit longer, I think he might have actually gone up the stairs. He's going to go in high now. It's a much better opportunity to get a frag here. It's going to be difficult though, with only 4 seconds left on the quad, and Shafter and Plasma ripped to shreds. Good defensive play from Spain there. Now following Cruz. As he's only got 7 health, he's got to be very careful about moving out there.
Strange to peek out there with so few health. Although if he wanted to just get himself killed to get full health and get back in the action, then that was okay, I guess.
Oh, Smoggy were following misses, some terrible rails opportunities there. Wow, nice. But then hit some really great rails, so pretty much makes up for that, I guess.
He heard you, Stis. He wanted to show you up. How dare you say you missed easy rounds?
Well, I hope that did motivate him then, listening to the stream as he plays. He's obviously a very skilled individual. Listening to a stream that will be delayed to his real game.
I don't know, I've listened to the stream sometimes and noticed that it's 1 second or less delayed from what we say on Mumble.
Yeah, well, that's before the delay was built in.
Really?
30 seconds to go until the next power-up spawns. And it's like you suggested that could happen. They did slow down the game briefly, Spain, but it seems like they've moved out now. They're putting a bit more of an attack on top of that red armour. Following Polly with nothing at the moment. Actually might cycle away from him, switch around. Killkiss getting grenaded in the back there. Bebek with those grenades, just spamming them on the telly exit. He must be warning his teammates because only 5... No, he isn't, okay?
And he killed a guy out of railgun as well.
He does secure the quad though, 31 health. Got to be careful, just drop off blindly and gets pummeled by Feed. Well, that was a little bit silly, that drop then. I think dropping off backwards.
Well, if you're going to drop off, at least check around you as you're falling as well.
Shackle, nice rockets.
He could have avoided being pummeled there if he'd have been aware Feeder was around.
I don't think he needed to drop off, really. I mean, you could hear maybe some opponents coming through, but he did have a rocket launcher. He could have just taken them out. There you go. Shackle grabs that red, so they've got time on that. Have they lost the yellow? It does look like it, yeah. So we'll have to see how they counter that to win it back, if they even bother to. 3 frags advantage at the moment. It's very slim on this map. That's pretty much nothing. It's as good as a draw in my eyes. And there you go, Hungary moving out with their yellow armor advantage. Lightning guns as well, getting aggressive. Shackle grabs himself this red though.
Loses out on rail though, which is important, because if Hungary are keeping control of lightning gun yellow and stealing rails, then that's very dangerous.
Shackle just stealing that 25 away from their position, and it is important on this map, health.
Yeah, very low amount of health on this map.
And especially in this light gun yellow room, which is a very strong position, but to get health you have to drop off or move round to the back room. I mean, there is that 125 just in the doorway, but you're opening yourself up to a railing position as well, so anywhere you go for health, you're putting yourself in a worse position. What great rockets from Pony there. Comes out on top, does miss out on the Mega as well, so you kill the Mega.
Yeah, they've taken control of the lightning gun yet again.
I think Pony wanted that yellow really, but Krus takes it right in front of him.
I think he wanted that health as well.
Going to switch round to Krus actually as he moves into the quad area. 3 seconds to go until the quad. He's still got 70 odd armor, 60 health. Oh! Not sure why he stood completely still on the spot, but does just get railed from either side, and that's pretty difficult to counter. In that case, you might have argued there was a good opportunity to drop off.
Yeah, exactly.
It is a hard call sometimes.
But if he wanted to survive that by staying up there, he'd have had to have taken out one of those railers literally this moment they peaked and fired.
Yeah.
Killed neither in the end.
So it's following Smoggy here, just countered perfectly by Krus's shotgun as he's in control of this yellow room at the moment. I'm going to take a look at the scoreboards a minute. So picking up on the 27 to 10 yellow armors picked now in favour of Spain.
Very close, or quite close on the reds as well.
Yeah. And the Megas, 8 to 7 just in favour of Spain. So Spain getting the better of the pickups yet again. Looking at the scores.
They haven't had yet though is a parrot run.
Yeah. That is true, isn't it? Yeah, 9
seconds. 2 quads, 9 seconds. It's not a great return.
20 seconds better off for Hungary with their 2 quads. Filk's getting shot in the back. Smoggy gonna surely be fragged here. Good counteraction from Dash though from above, and they've got position on this yellow now. Well, make that 3 frag margin. We've got 30 seconds until the next parrot spawns. We're halfway through the map now. But Spain, I mean, still, they just managed to stay ahead. It's the same as the last map as well. When it was close, it was still always Spain just ahead. Seconds to go until the quad spawns. Following Krus, moving through this bridge area. 5 seconds to go. Smoggy's in position. Got a teammate there as well. He's not particularly strong, but the rush is probably going to come too late. Oh my god, he just ran right past him! Almost! Grabbing the power up there. Feeder comes out on top though, and look, he's got a nice stack, and there's no instant counter, so he could run riot across the map now as Hungary take the lead by 1 frag. Still, why does he want to go up that staircase? Oh, he's...
No, that was suicidal.
Honestly, he was in such a great position to just go through the telly and go for the back route. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, he'd picked up a couple of kills already, so, you know, rather than be so focused on winning that yellow room back by taking such a dangerous route, you know, he could have looked to pick up more spawn kills.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's ideal if you can win back yellow, but you know, going that staircase, we've said so many times, it's so dangerous, so difficult. It relies on the people in the room missing.
And you hitting your blind shots as well as soon as you get opportunity. We followed Dash there, who's just had some excellent play. Gets his second gauntlet kill of the map there. And we saw them both in that passage of play. He's in 58% rail, 40% LG. Hungary have got the lead, and they did have control of yellow when we just looked there a minute ago, though. By the movement of the players, they might...
Oh dear,
no, that drop rail.
How lucky is that?
Come on, let's rush through and get it, guys. There. Oh, it just disappears away. That's unfortunate. I think it's, what is it, 15 seconds before it disappears?
Something like that.
They should have rushed a bit quicker to get that, to be honest. Or is it 10, maybe? But either way, they could have got it. 30 seconds before the power-up, and Dash needs a weapon for this stack here. It's not even got a machine gun now. And there you go.
Yeah,
Rocket
well,
launcher
that
in
rocket's
hand.
going to help. Good weapon for defending this position, of course.
Not so good for the actual run going to come up.
No.
Oh, shotgun, perfect timing for that to spawn in. He's under no real pressure at the moment. Although
None
Spain
yet.
look like they're coming in both sides of the map. Great defensive rocket there. Two players he can block off with the with the rocket. Great play, great play. Shackle.
Oh no! That's
Wow.
so much damage.
Oh my god! And look, Pony trying to repeat the
Trying
acts
to
of
be
feeder.
defeated with the
Smoggy that
Spanish
time.
team.
Smoggy that time showing him exactly how you should do it. And what on earth?
Yes, again that route. This time it was only one player there though.
He took damage though that he didn't really need to take. Considering all the deaths Spain had, there was no real risk. I mean, that's why he really did it. Pony just coming in there and countering him with a shotgun in the back. It was a decent run though, and it's put them roughly 10 frags in the lead now.
Yeah, and pretty much the first time the match that Spain have been behind by this sort of margin.
Yeah, let's have a look at the scoreboards quickly. We're only Pony now with a positive net. That's only +3. Dash with the +11.
Yeah, Dash, and we've seen him do some great things so far this map.
He's hitting much higher average accuracies as well on his weaponry. Smoggy weirdly just shooting his teammate there. Does manage to pick up the rail as well. So it's really nice for Smoggy. And they can retain control of that yellow. Annoyingly for his sake, just machine gun down there. We've only got 3 power-ups left to spawn before damage. It actually triples the damage output.
Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it?
But it's called quad damage for historic reasons.
Call it tripler.
There's about a 20 frag margin now, so Spain look like they could be not in a great position going forwards for the rest of this map, because it's very hard in a sense, depending on this next power up, to turn that around, that score, despite it being this map.
They've had a pretty bad couple of minutes really, and Hungary have taken full advantage.
There we go, 4 seconds to go, and Dash moving in. This could be really effective. Counter pummel there. The quad is picked up. You might want to wait for that lightning gun. Decides to rush out and almost die Pony there with the shotgun. 25 is up. Don't run into that. That's good, getting the spawn kill there. In fact, just looking for the frags rather than trying to rush into that yellow. Looking maybe to catch them out down below, because it did look like they dropped off, but quad has just run down, and nice little run there, nice and controlled. Did win over the yellow armor at the end of the day. That's a good bit of LG on feeder. It sounded pretty weak at the end of that amount of damage. And is it Pony that's actually playing the red for the map Vor?
Well, I've seen him push out quite a lot. I mean, he was on the red earlier on in the game as well, and wasn't getting that many of them, to be honest, but he was committing himself to the red quite a lot.
He's done a great job there, though, picking up the back yellow on top of that. So Hungary shouldn't have had too much to work with for that last 20 odd seconds or whatever, but that's well baited in.
Clever.
Really nice play from feeder. Just drew him in using the machine gun, pretending he didn't have a weapon, then suddenly at the perfect opportune moment pulled out the shotgun. Bam, buckshot to the face. It's closing in though, the gap, and this is exactly what they needed to do, Spain. Feeder, good counter position there.
That's always a good position to sit in, as long as nobody's aware that you're there. Because if your opponents feel like they're safe all of a sudden in yellow and push out, then it's just an easy shot in the back like we saw.
And sometimes they're so unaware, you can get a shot away and they won't know where it's come from. They won't even check round. Here's Bebek. Good position to block off that. Oh my god, that railgun shot. What are they doing? Bit of a debate over the... Oh my god, nice rail kit. Oh, probably... I mean, I probably would have done the same and looked for the shot there, but in hindsight, I bet he wished he'd just moved away around the corner and maybe baited the player into following him for an easier rail shot.
I mean, it might not have had a time on the red, but still, I still think that was the safest way to go anyway, because it wasn't just the railer who killed him who was going to be able to shoot him in that position.
We are following Filkis at the moment, who just gets a bit too greedy on that rail position there. gives away a railgun. 12 frags margin. There is one power-up left to spawn in 80 seconds. We've got 2 minutes, 15 seconds left. It is doable.
Yeah, they want to probably bring it, though, to within 5 or 6. Spain. You can get a monster quad run and get like 7 or 8 frags, but, you know, we've watched enough games to know that that doesn't actually happen that often.
13 frag margin. Crush right on top of this Mega. No. Really needs to grab it, but Dash had perfect timing on it and gets the frag on top of that.
Big grab as well. They've got the yellow LG room as well, so rather than Spain looking good for this final quad, it's Dash.
What do you do here?
Hungary.
Do you sit back and stack? I mean, I don't think Spain are going to attack this yellow now, so
no,
maybe...
it's really too late to attack yellow. I mean, all you can hope for is hit loads of rails and defend the quad and get a good quad run, I guess.
Do you think Dash is doing the right thing? They're just waiting and stacking. I mean, you might have had an argument to move out earlier and go and just totally finish Spain off, but he's moving out now against perhaps a more stack. No. Oh my god, the telly frag by his teammate, and he was the stacked player. He won't be happy about that. They have got position on the quad though. Oh my god, Shackle.
It didn't matter anyway. Dash still comes away with the quad and a red.
Nice little plasma jump there. That's really nice play.
Yeah, I'm not seeing many people do that.
I suppose you don't normally have the plasma that often though.
Oh yes you do. Best quad weapon. If you can hit it.
Quad is eliminated. They're going to have to work very hard now with 35 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. I mean, nice play by Hungary. Spain were solid on this map for quite a long time, you'd have to say, and then eventually it was just a 2-minute period or so where Hungary kind of dominated the map.
Dash in particular did that as well.
Yeah,
He's plus
that
19
opened
now.
up, pretty much opened up the lead we have now. And, you know, Spain maybe had a chance towards the end to try and turn it around, but no, Hungary didn't panic or anything and played out solid till the end.
What did we say about damage as well? Look at that. Kill Kiss out with 9.1k damage, so the lowest in the previous map. Just steps up the game.
And he'd have needed to. I mean, it was a fairly close game. It was only a 15 frag win, and, you know, if he'd have been behind on damage in this one, you know, Spain could have taken this 2-0. But he stepped up to the plate this, which is what we like to see.
We like people that step up, prove themselves.
Yeah, he had a good game and, you know, might take some momentum into the third map and see his team to a 2-1 victory.